It is New Year's Eve, last day of 2024. Isn't that something? Holy moly. And so today we are jumping in to do some energy readings and see what is like your energy check-in for today as we finish up the year. So let me just light up the Palo Santo. It has been such a fun year, you guys. I have enjoyed every minute of being your reader throughout this year. And as we look forward to all the changes that are coming our way, we have our lizard here, and the lizard is all about regeneration, right? The lizard loses its tail and leaves it behind to go forward. And we are going to do that. We're going to lose our old patterns and our old tales of the stories we tell ourselves about our lives, and we're going to leave them behind and stretch forward into the new year. So as we allow the little ember of Palo Santo to lift up your concerns and your worries as this new year starts tomorrow, let's see what your energy check-in is. Okay, so the way it works is the readings are always for the collective, but if you would like to have a reading for your personal energy check-in, all you need to do is to hit the super chat and I will read specifically for you. I have my little tiny tarot here ready to step in for clarity. So let's see, what is our first energy check-in today? And we have the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. All right, so our second chakra has to do with our creativity. So let's take a peek. What is it that the universe has for you as you step outside of your comfort zone a little bit and look to what is ahead for you in 2025 in the area of your creativity? Archangel Ariel, what do you have for my friends? The cards are a little stubborn this morning. Do you have a little stubborn energy as you're going through this end of the year? Let's take a peek. And what's the clarity? Welcome. This is Captain Pattern Breaker Tarot. And today we're doing brief energy check-ins for you. And today we have starting off the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. And here are your clarity cards. The Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So it looks to me like you have been using your creativity as your income source, right? Which a lot of people do. It's like they have a creative endeavor that they're doing. They may be an artist or a musician or a tarot reader like myself. And the problem is that when you're wanting to have income from your creative endeavor, it can really squish the creativity, which is difficult because if you put too much pressure on your creativity, it often will um, squelch or diminish the financial end of it. So the Queen of Pentacles is showing me that there is the potential for you to create the income that you're wanting from your what you're creating. But there's always these choices that you need to make as you are an entrepreneur or as you're someone who is trying to sell your creativity. The Often you are a one-man show, a one-man band where you're doing all the marketing, you're doing all of the research, you're doing all the productivity, and it's exhausting. And so it can feel like you're on the rough seas a lot of the time. So one of the things you're going to need to do is to delegate as best as you can. Right now, with AI and websites like Fiverr.com, you can get some inexpensive help to support your creativity. So as you go forward, this Ace of Swords is a sign of victory. It's showing that as the new year comes forward, that you are going to be flooded with new ideas and new ways of cutting to the chase and maximizing your talents and your gifts. You are here for a reason. Your creativity is needed. So, as you step out into the new year, allow yourself to be objective. You may want to talk to one of your good friends or somebody who's not afraid to be honest with you and to let you know where they think you can maximize your talent without spinning your wheels. Okay. So moving forward, let's see what else. And as we read for the collective, you'll find that you may resonate with more than one card as this reading goes forward. And that's not unusual. In fact, birds of a feather flock together, one of my favorite sayings as we come together in unity to check in with our communal energy. And here we have yin and yang. So, looking at balance here, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and how they are impacting you as you go forward. Sometimes in this world today, oops, card just threw itself on the floor. So, let's pick it up. So, sometimes while we are going forward and making changes, there are things we just don't see about ourselves. Here's our second card. And when we can't see the truth about ourselves, we can fall out of balance, like having a flat tire on your car. And the other three tires are perfectly fine. But the reality is that that one flat tire is just holding you back from what your potential could be. Balance with yin and yang. So pull one more card. What do we have for our friends today in our energy check? Here it is. Yes, we have quite a conflict here. And I think I sense this about what's going on in your life, my friend. Because with this Three of Swords, it's just so showing that there's been some disappointment. There has been a significant disappointment. You may have been cheated on. You may have had somebody steal your work. They may have copied what you're doing. There's so much of that going on online, isn't there? Where somebody jumps in and takes somebody else's words or takes their art, and sometimes you can swing into the defense of your own self and become perhaps lined up with the distorted masculine energy. Distorted masculine energy is when things have a bully aspect to them. The true divine masculinity is strong, but it's not a bully. Okay. But when you've been hurt, that defensiveness can just cut you off from believing that and that there is angelic help for you that can rescue you and that you can lay down your arms. The Empress card is that promise. The Empress is all about manifestation, and she is the queen. She's the queen of the queens. She's often pictured as being pregnant because she's pregnant with possibility. So you are in this interesting squeeze between the masculine energy and feminine energy. Okay. And gender doesn't matter here. This is just about the energy. Why do I say you're being squeezed? Because over here we have this Four of Pentacles, which is all about holding on tightly to what you have. And it causes you to be cautious about what is lying in the future. This is a perfect day for this reading, being New Year's Eve, because we're on the cusp of something brand new. So between the pain of disappointment in the past and this overcautiousness, this, I would almost say, stingy energy of holding yourself back from what's possible for you, these are in opposition to the fruitfulness of the Empress. One of the things that gets my attention here is how she's laid her shield down. And also look at how the heart-shaped shield is the same image as this heartbroken piece. So part of you really wants the freedom of releasing yourself and letting yourself go from these past hurts. And also, I think you feel this stinginess, this tightness around your money and around how much love you are receiving. So, as you approach the new year, I would do some seeking of understanding of the divine feminine and the divine masculine and how they dance with one another with fire and darkness, right? There's a dark, deep side in the moon energy, the deep feminine, and there's red hot passion on the sun side, the divine masculine. And as you come to grips with that, you're going to find that you're going to flow. In fact, I would say it this way, that your flow is coming back to you. You've just been kind of in a cocoon, and that cocoon has separated you from what it is that you're deeply desiring. Now, I want to offer, if you are someone who resonates with this reading, I want to let you know that I do offer no charge love magnet reading, which is designed to help you feel the vibration of your beliefs right now. How magnetic are you for success? And if you are dissatisfied in any way, just email me. We have maybe 15 or 20 minutes on the phone, and it allows me to be able to feel your energy and help you sense where you want to be turning next. Okay? No charge. Please let me know. If you'd like to have a personal reading this morning, I'm here for you. Just hit the super chat, and I am willing, able, and excited to shuffle the cards for you. Let's see what is next. Energy check in for this last day of 2024. What is it we can leave behind? What is it that's coming towards us? What is the energy message? And we have the garden and the gate. Okay, the garden and the gate. So we look at the gate is closed. So what is the energetic message for you right now with this closed gate? What does the universe have for you? When I look at the figure, and again, the gender doesn't matter. When I look at the figure, I'm just aware of how comfortable she is in her world. She's got her basket of flowers, her beautiful pink dress. She loves looking out over the fence, and she just doesn't realize there might be something out there for her. There might be something she can't predict, and that stepping out, opening the gate, and going forward is nothing to be afraid of. Let's see what we've got here. Yes, there is some conflict. I mean, this figure is feeling conflicted. If she is so satisfied where she is right now, why is it necessary to go through that gate? Thank you. Let's see what the rest of the story is. Uh, s- okay, this figure, there is conflict here. Okay, so the energy is, I would say you could describe the energy as thick so that this figure is confused. There is a part of her that really wants to learn. There's a part of her that's been going through a lot and has felt a lot of burden as she has gone through 2024. There may have been trouble in her family. There may have been insincerity. There may have been things that have pulled her back away from the dreams that she once held dear to herself. But there's a part of her that is eager to explore and see what is possible, right? The trouble is her own mind. This is a sign of somebody who overanalyzes and thinks too much. So if you're a person that your friends and family have said, "Why do you think so much?" And you're like, "I don't know." It's so part of me. I like to figure things out. I like to see how things go together. But the fact is that the battles you've been facing have kind of stripped you of some of your natural resilience. That you've done the best you can, but a lot of times you find you're going through your situation by yourself. And the isolation that you're feeling is causing you to fight on your own. These clouds that are so jagged show me that it's been there's been a lot of turmoil in your private life in the last year. And yet, there's a part of you that never wants to give up, wants to go forward, is eager to learn the lessons that were there so that they can venture outside of their current world, outside of this gate. Look at the horizon. Look at all of the new land to expose to and to embrace. However, there is this fear, the fear of making a mistake, the fear of going forward. And unfortunately, it's all in your mind. This woman could easily walk out of this jail that has been constructed of her own thinking. She hasn't realized that she has tied herself up with false beliefs. What do they call that? Like fake news. That has closed her off from the gifts that she's here to give to the planet. Notice the pink dress and the pink outfit here. That we do not see her blindfolded here, but on the bottom we can see the truth of it, that energetically she is stuck. Look at the swords here, each one representing a train of thought. And look at the gate, that same imagery holding her back. There's nothing stopping her from opening the gate and walking forward. And there's nothing stopping you from deciding, I am not going to let my thoughts hold me back anymore. You may find great comfort in meditation or yoga right now. Excuse me, both of those practices can help you turn off your mind and turn off the part of yourself that is constantly demanding that you analyze more. If only you could analyze this enough, the problem would be solved. And this is truly not serving you. Grabbing that wand, grabbing your inner passion, and seeking what you need to walk out of this self imposed jail is going to help you. Again, if this is striking a chord and you would like to know what is going on, you can easily contact me. I offer a free reading that's called a love magnet reading, and I'm able to speak to you for 15 or 20 minutes or so and give you an accurate feeling for what your vibe is. Are you repelling the love that you're desiring, or are you attracting? How strong is your love magnet? Okay. So if that's you and you want to speak to me, email me. I'd be happy to help you out. Okay. Moving forward, let's see what else we have. Thank you for joining me today. This is Catherine. This is Pattern Breaking Tarot, and we're all about breaking the patterns that are holding you back. Don't let anything stand in your way as you look out towards 2025. Let's see what we have next. So excited to be doing these readings this morning. Okay, strategy. Journal log. Ooh, are you a journaler? Are you somebody that enjoys writing your ideas down? It seems that the energy today is all about self-study, self-inquiry, and journaling is a fantastic way to go about that. So let's see, what cards do we have today for my friend getting some strategy going? This is a good energy. This is a take action energy. You may have just come through something that was challenging, but you've just risen to the occasion. You've allowed this thing to happen because after all, you can't stop what's happening in life. Life deals cards that can, so to speak, life deals cards that are helpful or not. But our reaction and our response to them is what makes all the difference. So the first card that popped out here is this Six of Wands. So it does show that as you have gone through this last year, that you've had victories, that you've seen hope, and you know the universe is here for you. However, there's been times when doubt and fear have just interrupted your progress, that you go, it's like start and stop. So you can advance toward what it is you're building. And then next thing you know, something happens that stops you in your tracks just like that. And you revert to your fearful, doubtful self. We all have the the opportunity for fear and doubt. And some people think that they can rid themselves of fear and doubt uh, regular, that they can rid themselves forever. They'll say, Catherine, why can't I find a way to cut off fear and doubt so it never interrupts me anymore? And I'm like, no, no, no. That's a wrong way to look at it. The universe, if you watch Abraham Hicks, you guys know that I love Abraham Hicks. And Abraham Hicks talks about contrast and how it's not possible for us to walk through life without contrast, meaning that fear and doubt comes in between our manifestations. It's part of the process. And when realize, oh my gosh, I'm in fear and doubt again, what it means is that we pivot, and pivoting back to what we know is working out for us is the strategy. So what we see here is we see coins. See the coins laying here? And excuse me, let me grab a sip of my tea. This, excuse me. The strategy that the universe wants you to embrace as you go into 2025 is to realize that life is about cycles, and you'll cycle from confidence to doubt to confidence. And it goes just like that forever. There is not a place where you're going to be 100% confident 100% of the time. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the ability to recognize when doubt and fear are in your presence and pivot to what feels best at the moment. So, this Six of Wands shows progress and victory. But then doubt drops in like a cold ice bath. And then the promise of this Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is often called the baby empress because she carries the same energy as the empress. She's not even a queen yet, but she fully recognizes her power to magnify herself to greater good. And I'm going to tell you the secret. The secret is gratitude, being able to look around your life right now. What is it that's happening that you can appreciate? Right now, I'm sitting on a soft surface. There are two cushions supporting my body, and I feel comfortable. I could be sitting on a hard wooden chair, and that would not be as comfortable for me. So I can appreciate the cushions that I'm sitting on. I can appreciate this beautiful crystal that is serving as my pointer. I can appreciate my tea. There are things in my immediate environment that I can appreciate, and that shifts me from doubt and fear. The doubtful part of me might say, why aren't there more people here on this reading? Why is there only one thumbs up? Right? But if my mind goes running off to worry about that, I am robbing myself of the joy of telling the stories of the cards, because who shows up to my readings is absolutely out of my hands. So, journaling. Make a practice as you go into the new year of creating a gratitude journal, where every night at the end of the day, just jot down 3 or 4, 10, 20 things that you're grateful for. And because as you embrace gratitude, you will find that cycling between doubt, fear, and victory will become like turning on the faucet and off the faucet in your sink. One other thing to mention, whenever I see the white feather, I always think of the beautiful reader here on YouTube, White Feather Tarot. I love her dearly. Reem is her name, and her readings always uplift me. So anytime I see a white feather on my cards, I always point you guys to White Feather because she is just wonderful. Pratiksha, welcome. I haven't seen you for a long time. Welcome back. I changed the name of my channel. I used to be Fish Out of Water Tarot, and a few people lost me because of the change. And so I appreciate when you guys refind me. Fish out of water served me for a while because I feel like a fish out of water and I attract fish out of water. But the truth is, I'm very interested in helping people break patterns that are holding them back. And that's what this is about. So let's take a look. Where is the energy check in for today? And door to romance. Ooh la la. Who of you is wanting love? Raise your hand, hit the thumbs up if you're looking for love. Because when love is not present, there is definitely something going on in the energy. Attracting love always starts on the inside first. And what you need to know, oh my goodness, look at all of these swords. Okay, so here, if you're looking for love, this is your reading. Your energy has been closed off, and the universe wants to address that. It's so important for you to know that if you're looking for love and you can't find it, you have to start on the inside first. And this is showing me straight up that there is, look at all these swords. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is pretty wild because these swords are in order. The nine, the 10, and the page of swords. Rarely, rarely do I see this combination. Okay. So, first of all, I want to give you a hug and send you a heart because this is a sure sign of betrayal and hurt. So, you may be going through a divorce right now. There's something that's been happening that's been absolutely heartbreaking for you, and you have shut yourself off to love. You've been, and ironically, you may have been trying to attract a soulmate the whole of 2024 or longer. Maybe you've been single for years and you're kind of upset because you've read some of the law of attraction material. You know that you want to attract your soulmate. And no matter how hard you try, you can't find anyone who's a good candidate. Can you relate? Well, this stream of swords is critical for you to know about. First, look at the picture here where the door is opening. Okay. And in that heart is in a cage. Notice the vertical lines of the cage. Notice how it's the same imagery in this card right here, being stabbed in the back. Okay. People talking badly about you, for you to not be able to find the love you're looking for. This I never see. Roxy, I'm so glad you tuned in. I think the universe called you here because this appearance of these three cards, the nine, the 10, and the page, in a row, show that there's something you have not been seeing. And this is a message for the collective. Something has happened within your love life, in your world, that has shut you off completely. And the time has come to open the doors. Open these doors to your heart and allow your heart to breathe. See the key hole right in the center of that heart. That's showing me that you have been doing some work and that you've been bringing your heart into closure to close off from the old pain, but the work is not finished yet. Keeping you up at night. This is that over analytic thinking. What should I have done? How could they have done this? How was I so blind? Why didn't I see? Why did I align myself with the wrong person? You have been so overly harsh with yourself. You would have never picked this person if you knew who they really were. You would have never picked them. It was just a matter of the circumstances at the time. Yes, I know when that breakup happened, it felt like you were stabbed in the back. And I appreciate that you have the pain of what you went through because breakups are never easy and they land deep within the imagination. your breakup ends up landing deep within the picture making part of your personality. And you start to cringe deeply from the fear of being hurt again. But look what happens once you wake up and you realize that it's your thoughts that are keeping you single, not your ex. There's this fabulous energy. The pages carry the energy of aces, meaning that it's a fresh start. Now, I'm going to pick this up so you can see it because my cards are so tiny. But look over the left, excuse me, the right shoulder, right above that cloud of the page. And can you see those birds flying away? See them? They're barely in sight. That's what the universe is calling you to in shifting up your energy because you do need to release yourself from the pain of your past. Now, me personally, I will recommend tapping. There's nothing better, nothing faster than tapping, and I can explain to you how that works. If this is you and you want to have a little bit of personal advice, I offer a free love magnet reading, absolutely no cost. All you do is email me, we get on the phone or on WhatsApp, depending where you live, and let me ask you a couple of key questions so that you can take a hold of your own romantic destiny. You're not waiting on somebody else. You need to take control for yourself. There's a part of you who's ready. There's a part of you that's taken a single thought from all of this mess and is using what happened in the past to create a bright future. So don't wait. Allow your inner being to open this door to romance. Address the needs that you have about being hurt in the past. A counselor may be helpful, a pastor could be helpful, even a 12-step group on love addiction that might really help you. But there is a dividing line here as you step into the new year to really take responsibility for how you think about love. Okay, just a fantastic reading. Please do not be discouraged. Being caught in a negative spiral is the first step to being able to find the true path to what it is that you're wanting. It's your energy. You need to make good use of it. Okay, Roxy, thank you for your super chat. I love you, dear. Roxy has been working with me for several weeks, several months by now, right, Roxy? And you have been on a path where what you wanted is not really what's showing up. Roxy has her eye on the love area and also on career, but the universe brought in a family healing. And that's not what she came for. She did not come to say, Catherine, I need a family healing, right, Roxy? But the universe is doing the work through tapping and through journaling to help Roxy wake up to what will bring her the most magnetism. We need that personal magnetism. Look at this, Roxy. Unbelievable. We need personal magnetism to advance our dreams. Whether you're going for career or love or a move, what is it that you're wanting? It doesn't matter. It's all connected to personal magnetism. Those of you guys who have worked with me or seen me before, you know that I offer a free love magnet reading because if you are not aware of your level of personal magnetism, you're going to be taking the slow route, the slow route, the slow route. Instead of crossing the sea in a jet, you're crossing the sea in a canoe. How long would it take you to paddle your way across the ocean in a canoe? That's what happens when your personal magnetism has been squished by life. And your personal magnetism has been depleted and you can restore it. So, Roxy, back over to you. Look at this happy family. Again, I feel like the universe is showing you that the change of energy around your born family is going to open doors you never saw possible. Okay, it's your first card for clarity. You, even though you remind me of Janice, because when Janice came to me last year, it's a year ago, and she wanted to have a breakthrough in money. And so we began working and tapping and doing our magic with money. But what came for her from 2024 was a complete restoration of some family members. And she did not see that coming. It shocked her. There are family members that she had not talked to in years, and they are now in community with one another. And has her money improved? Yes, it has. But it's interesting that her goal was not the same as the universe's goal. And that's part of what we need to come to grips with, is that what we're wanting often is different than what the universe is wanting for us, which to me, very interesting cards here for you, Roxy. It's whenever you're making up an affirmation or praying about your future, it's a good idea to say this or something better. This or something better, because what you're thinking you want for yourself is only part of your personality. It's the part you're aware of at the moment. But we have all of these different aspects to ourselves, our different parts of our personality, the different needs that we have, that only the universe knows what is best for us. So let's see what we have for you, Roxy. First of all, we have the return of the Page of Swords, which was in the last card's reading. And it's always important to pay attention when cards want to be seen, because here we have this interesting combination of energies. The Four of Energy is about finances, and it's also about living under what you want. Okay, so this is holding on tight to the pentacles that you have, and your arms are so tightly holding something that you don't have the freedom to move. Notice that behind the figure is this gorgeous city, and that's the marketplace. That's where money flows. But the figure so tight, holding on so tight, it makes me feel like a full body cringe. And so that is putting a lot of pressure on this figure. And this Page of Swords, again, this has got the energy of the Ace of Swords. It's a fresh start, it's a restart. And so there's something about how you've been thinking about your pentacles, your money, and your ability to sustain a relationship. Those are both in the area of the pentacles. And so there's something about your current thinking that is holding on very tight, and there's not enough circulation. When I look up here at this happy family, look at how wide open this is. Look at how the figures are, yes, they're connected, but look at all the space. This is expansive energy. And again, Roxy, I don't understand it, and I think you might understand it better than me. That after you have released this new energy into your family, I can only imagine how overjoyed your person is that you opened up and shared such an important part of who you are. I believe that you created something. Look at the rainbow. May that speak to you, Roxy. You opened up a gateway of positive energy that is wanting to flow, but you don't know how yet. You've been so used to living tightly in this secret that you've carried. Okay. And so, because you've been so tight in your belief system, you know how you're stiff, like when you get up sometimes off of a chair or something and your body is stiff, you have to move slowly. That's kind of what's going on here, is as this new energy is flowing in your spirit and in your energy system, it's going to take time to penetrate into your old thought patterns. The Page of Swords and the King of Swords, two court cards here showing that you have assistance, that your ancestors, your guides, your angels are right here to help you. You have a fresh start, okay? And you are able to advance. I love this stance. It's kind of playful. It's almost as if they are teasing and tempting the closed part of yourself to open up. Notice how the sword is pointing right to this energy. King of Swords. King of Swords is the master of thought. And as you are releasing yourself from your old thought patterns, you are opening a door to a future that you could only have dreamed of. As the sword, look at the sword pointing right up here, same as this one. The page is in service to the king. The page wants to be the king. So, girl, as you look forward to your future, as you can take your eyes off of your manifestation focus. I know that seems weird, but it's like you're so tightly wound into what you think you want. You're missing out on this expansion that's here. I would spend the next 24 hours doing some journaling and just expressing how wonderful it feels to have opened that energy with your family member. All right. It's so important because this is like the banner. This is like the flag flying for you, that it is in the trust and enjoyment of this energy that everything's going to change. Okay. What a great reading for you. And I love it. I love that it's taking away from this poor part of yourself that has been so tightly wound and not able to participate. Janice, I was just mentioning you. Good morning. Did you hear your name? Did you feel the energy? Listen, Janice is somebody who I just told this. Did you hear it, Janice? Where when you came to me last year at this time, we started working together, and Janice was all about wanting money to have a breakthrough in finances. And what happened was that you found a breakthrough in your family. And that's what this card really represents, that you thought you wanted money and you thought you wanted a success in your business, and that's what we started on for sure. But the breakthrough that happened came in a healing in your family. And it was years since you had been in connection with the family. And so I was just encouraging Roxy to not be too sure about what it is that she's wanting, right? Because when you feel you're sure about what you're wanting, you might be blocking the very thing that would be the best for you. So, again, that's why I always encourage my manifestors when you're creating your affirmations and your vision boards and what have you, that you always add at the end this or something better. Okay. Because we do not know. Um, what it is that will bring us the most pleasure. I think we think we know. And I'm the same way. I have ideas. I think, well, if this happened, I know something wonderful will come about. But the reality is, we only know part of what our destiny is. So, our next card here, and Janice, I love that you are about to connect to some family members because you guys could all send a heart to Janice. There was a death in her family that was it impacted a ton of people. This person that did cross to the other side, they were the embodiment of loving connections, and they were a major player in the whole family with being able to share love and humor. And it's very timely, Janice, that you tuned in right now as we pulled this card. And Roxy, for you too, because I know in your heart of hearts that you're so desiring these caring connections. But again, I'm just going to bring out this card again. If there is any block anywhere that you feel is holding you back from any life category, the truth is that the universe wants for you to be free. The universe wants you to free yourself from what's holding you back. Okay. Janice, thank you for all those hearts. I know that Denise has been very close to Archangel Michael over time. In fact, ever since you were a little girl, huh? That you loved, you were drawn to Archangel Michael, and you didn't even understand what it was. But Archangel Michael has helped you through so many things, that angelic touch in our lives. And I know Archangel Michael will be with you when you go through to visit with your family. Okay, so let's see. This is for the collective. The caring connection. What is the energy the universe has for us in our desire for caring connection? The first thing that I'm aware of is that the female figure is looking away, glancing at her flowers, and looking away, that there's someone that is wanting to connect. Someone is reaching from behind and grasping her. However, there is some symbolism to her back being turned. So what's coming for me right now is that there's resistant energy. There's someone who's watching that it's hard for you to receive love. That as you have desired for love to be a big part of your life, there's a part of you that won't let it in. Oh, wow, this is powerful, you guys. Okay, so anybody watching, if you have been craving, this is you, and nothing is ever good enough, right? That when you've met someone, they're not quite right. There's something about them that's not a good fit. And so you keep wishing and hoping for romance, which is this Knight of Cups, glancing at the flowers, not even aware of the figure behind that's trying to love you. This could be somebody in your past. This could be a family member who just wants to be close to you. But you have had your head in the clouds. Notice all the clouds here. And you've had your ideas that there's something else, there's something missing. You know that you have magic. You have manifested lots of things. Parking lots and parking spots and pennies, yes. But the biggest thing is that in your career, in your friendships, as you have been pursuing this partnership, the universe has been very faithful and has brought you some wonderful, wonderful things. There has been satisfaction at a deep level. So, what's going on with love? What's here? We have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is famous for being powerful, for getting things done, for d- creating justice, it being able to see the truth. Very linear, very logical. You might be an air sign that's watching this, and you feel a certain degree of logic and order, but the King of Swords' weakness is they're out of touch with their heart. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this or King of Swords, right between the Magician and the Knight of Cups, there's something in your system, the way you're doing things, that you really need to consider. Being too analytical, being too linear, being out of touch with your heart. You may have had people say to you, "You're too much in your head." And that's what we're talking about here. And honestly, if you're an air sign, a big hug to you, because I find with my air signs that it is difficult for them to feel their heart, that being logical and in their head is a natural way to be. So, what can you do to turn it around? What can you do to turn and face the person who's trying to love you and trying to approach you? I see the light on his head, and that makes me feel like it's a spiritual connection. It's a karmic connection that the person that wants to connect with you, it's in their divine purpose to be connected to you. They may not be your type. They may be in the friend zone, but what's happening is that there is a resistance in you that's holding you back from recognizing who this is. Okay, so thank you, Bina. Oh, hi, Bina. I didn't see you were here. Bina has put my calendar link there. And if this is you, if you feel that frustration that you just can't get what you're looking for, and you even wonder about somebody who's in the friend zone, you can snag a spot in my calendar, and I'm more than happy spend 15 or 20 minutes with you on the phone, and I can explain to you why you are manifesting singleness. You are in the grasp of love, okay? And as you're in the grasp of love, you're resisting it. It just doesn't feel right. Your magic is being shut off by this kingly energy that's saying no. So if you feel that, please respond because romance is around the corner. I believe it's possible for you to find love in 2025, but you'll notice that the back is turned to this King of Swords. So there is a shift where you find a tool. I love tapping, it works beautifully. Meditation could help. There's a book that's out that's called The Soulmate Secret. It's an old book, but it's like a recipe for finding your soulmate. And I think you might find it to be a very good tool. But you need to turn away from the coldness that's part of your personality, part of your life right now, in order to unlock love. Okay? Ah, so the energy's good though. I mean, the fact that this showed up today shows that the timing is right for this energy. Okay. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you for being here to visit me. I appreciate it. Let me sip my tea. Okay, let's go on. What, excuse me, what energy does the universe? Oh, okay, so I am having a lot of love readings that are coming through today with the energy. Not sure why. I never know. Some people come here for financial word. Some people are looking for career changes. And indeed, being brokenhearted at work is very common. In fact, I'm picking up right now, there may have been someone who's watching who actually had a crush on somebody at work. That is miserable because dating and the workplace is very risky, isn't it? Because if it doesn't work out, it's awful. If the boss is coming on to you, that can be heartbreaking. And so many people compromise themselves with work and love. So I don't know if that's you. For some reason, that's what's coming to me. But I just see this broken heart, and it looks like it's been broken a long time, doesn't it? It looks old. And then this one tear that's dropping out of the bottom. So you may be something, excuse me, you may be someone who has experienced serial heartbreak, that no matter which way you turn, there's been a disappointing human relationship. So, what is the energy here? Oh, the world card shows up. Oh, happy family. Oh, my goodness. You are in the right place, my friend. Let's see what other card the universe has. You are being seen. If you've experienced heartbreak, if you've just gone through a breakup, you are being seen. Okay. Four cards came out for you. I don't, and the universe does not want you to give up. Okay. It's a big message here for someone. The universe does not want you to give up. The world card popped out first, which is the end of a cycle. It's kind of like a graduation where the major arcana goes from the fool all the way through 22 cards, excuse me, 21 card, no, 22 cards, and then ends on the world. And it's a portal. See how the angel is going through that portal. So your time has come to put an end to the pattern of your broken heart. Mainly, if you have tools, you can't make your heart stop breaking. I mean, you have a tender spirit and you love to be loved. So you're vulnerable, but as you mature, you get tools to help you skate between one event and the next. Humans are not very kind to one another. I hate to break that news to you. And it's as we get used to navigating the people that show up in our life, and we can pick and choose who we want to be with because it's good for you. That's the start of this new world for you. The next card that threw itself out of the deck is this happy family card. Okay. And it's the same energy. I just want to pull this out because I love the picture of this expansive energy. This is what we're seeing here, the promise of a family, the promise of relationships with people that support one another, but they are free, each of them free to express their personality in the way that is best for them. And that's what we're seeing right here, a brand new world, the 10 of Cups in your future. Next, we have the King of Cups, a master of love and emotion. And with the King of Cups, what we see is that this is the part of a person that knows how to withhold their every opinion, that they have a sense of compromise, that they understand the need it in a loving relationship to not say something that it's not like they're being dishonest, they're just being wise. They understand that there's limits in a relationship, that you don't need to open up your mind and dump on the person, because the person, somebody like you who's so sensitive, you do need TLC, tender loving care. Yes, this Nine of Swords, keeping you up at night. When I look at these cards, and this is the card that reflects that broken heart, and the energy is shifting. We don't that about how many readings ago was it? I had the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Swords. It was a person who's completely locked down in the negative thinking that goes along with the failure in a relationship. This is the opposite. This momentum of a new world starting, a graduation, the promise of dream come true in your family relationships. The King of Cups here to back you up and bring you the wisdom, the mastery of the emotion of love, washing away the dreams and the heartbreak of yesterday. The momentum of this energy is absolutely wonderful. My lizard, I love to have the lizard as part of my readings because the lizard can lose its tail and the tail will grow back. Isn't that cool? But in a human story, what we're talking about is the story of your love life so far. So the tail, that's another name for story. The tail, you need to cut off the loser narrative. And I can only imagine that you've been as cruel to yourself as people have been to you because of how you talk to yourself about these failures in love. It's not your fault when you attract the wrong kind of people. It's something that happens. But the lessons you can learn from each of those failed relationships empowers you to step into what the universe has for you. So if this is you, man, do not give up. I know that pattern of brokenheartedness has been in your life for a long time, but you can get free of it. If this is you, email me. I do a free of charge love magnet reading, and I think you would be fascinated to see why it is that you have been manifesting singleness, because that's exactly what's been going on. You are a master manifester of singleness, and a lot of it is anchored in the relationships in your past. And Janice, can you get free of that? Roxy, can you get free of that? The folks that have been in my world for a long time and keep working with these concepts are finding what it is they're looking for. So join it. Yep. Evolution is the only way. Evolution is the only way, and tools. To have tools that work. Tapping works, journaling works, meditation works, yoga works. If you choose to do it yourself without tools, imagine if you had to dig a hole out in your garden with no shovel. And you could use your hands, right? You could use your hands to dig a hole. It would take forever and it would be painful. So don't delay. Get assistance if you need it. Okay, let's do one more card here for my beautiful collective. Thank you for joining me today. This is Catherine, and we are Pattern Breaker Tarot, where we are helping regular people just like you to break the patterns that are holding you back. And we have deceit. Wow, this is powerful stuff today, you guys. I feel for those of you who are in the place of being deceived by people and being hurt by people. I will tell you that my own father was a difficult man, very difficult. And I spent the bulk of my youth hating him, just hating him. I see now, excuse me, that I really hated his behavior. Totally. I mean, I was terrified. And there were many, many, many things that were very difficult and deceitful in the way I grew up. And so I would say between in my 20s, I was completely um, self-protective. I shut off a lot to protect myself. And then as I got to my 30s and 40s, I did get some therapy. I began to work with energy tools, and I began to see that there was a way that I could separate myself from that energy. That it did imprint upon me some beliefs about life that I know now are not true, and I allowed my hurt feelings to be bullies to me in the early part of my life. So I'm sensing that today we're collecting, there's a lot of people that are finishing the year with desires for manifestation, but so much fear about getting hurt again. Okay. So if you add 2 and 5 together, this is the 25 card, that's a 7, and 7 is a very lucky number. So if you are resonant with this, if somebody has lied to you, cheated, if somebody has disappointed you, if there are people in your blood family who make you cringe because you just can't deal with them, the universe wants you to know that change is coming. All right. And this is going to be a lucky year for you. Let's pull one more card. What is the energy around this deceit? Ooh, is there somebody watching me that you are in a partnership that your family and friends have been begging you to get out of? Is there somebody watching who is compromising themselves because they know that the person is not honorable, but you're staying for some sort of mixed loyalty? Are you in love with a criminal? Why is it that bad boys and bad girls are so attractive? Why is it that we fall for people that are liars, cheaters, and thieves? This is really directly related to this deceit. Yeah, there's okay. All right. I do feel that there is an active relationship going on here. There's someone who is trapped in a relationship with somebody who it is not a good person, that their behavior has been out of line and you don't feel comfortable anymore. You want to feel comfortable. You're trying to make yourself be faithful. You may feel like you can help them, but the reality is that the handwriting is on the wall. This Empress card, this is what you deserve. You deserve to be treated like an empress, okay? So gender doesn't matter. The empress is deeply respected, deeply honored. It is the complete opposite of this ugly energy. There is some bad actor in your life who is just causing you a cycle of discomfort and ill at ease. The universe is calling you to something better. If you feel stuck and you just can't release yourself from this person, you may need help. You may need to speak to a counselor just briefly so that you can get an action plan, because there's something going on within your person's world that's completely different than you, completely. And you've known it, but you're kind of stuck. So allow yourself the luxury of a personal audit. Get out a piece of paper, write down your person's name. Write down the things that you loved about them when you started the relationship and you didn't see their true nature. Just write it down. They're charming. They're charismatic. They have beautiful blue eyes. They always say the right thing even though they don't follow up and act that way. Remember, these charismatic types can fool us. And then be honest. Uh, Write down their behaviors that hurt you. Write down the behaviors that do not resonate with this empress. My voice, listen to my voice leaving. That always happens, excuse me, when there's a throat chakra issue here. And being able to tell yourself the truth is critical. You deserve better. You deserve more. Make a decision right now that you are going to let your energy shift so that you have your sights on health, freedom, and independence. Okay. Draw the line in the sand and don't let this person have undue influence on you anymore. Reach out for help. I'm sure there's someone in your family who would hold your hand through this. If you would like to speak to me and I can give you some advice and some resources, there's my email address. All you have to do is shoot me an email. I am more than happy to speak to you and let you know what it is about your personal magnetism that's keeping you stuck in this cycle. Okay. This is a refreshing energy of a life without the burden of this kind of character. You deserve it. Okay. So, my friends, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me at Pattern Breaker Tarot, where we love to break patterns. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Enjoy, but enjoy carefully. Don't get out there and take risks that are unnecessary, especially if you're driving. And know that I love you. I am so excited for 2025, and I can't wait to jump in and help you break your patterns. So don't forget that you are loved. Your angels, your guides, your spiritual beings love you as I do. And I will see you in the new year. Happy 2024, last day, everyone. Bye.